Hello friends, welcome to my channel, myself Parag Jambulkar. In this video, we will see impact of machine architectures or computer architectures on the design of programming languages. Or in other words, we can say what computer should provide so that it will become easier to design any programming language. So here we have basic structure of computer and that we call von Neumann computer architecture. And this computer architecture is given by von Neumann. Now see what is there in this architecture. So in von Neumann computer architecture, this is the CPU, that is the central processing unit. This is memory, and we have some input and output devices. In CPU, we have arithmetic and logic unit which performs arithmetic and logic operations, and other is control unit. So control unit take programs and data which is saved in memory, and it provides to the arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit perform some operations and we get output. So that communication is done with the input and output devices. Input is taken, and again for that taking input, control unit is helping. Arithmetic and logic unit performs some operations. We get the output, and again by with the help of control unit, that output is provided to the output devices. So this is the basic structure of computer, and this is called as von Neumann computer architecture. Now same architecture here we will see in detail. So from here we are getting files from the secondary storage. So this is the secondary storage. This is our main memory. In between this we have added one more thing, that is a cache memory. So use of cache memory is to fasten the process or to reduce the access time from the main memory. Then this is our processor. Inside that we have program address register. Program address register has the address of instruction. So that instruction which is saved in main memory or cache memory. So we have address of that instruction which is to be executed next, and that address is saved in program address register. Now here arithmetic and logic unit is represented by this interpreter. It is called as interpreter because it is executing one instruction at a time. So instruction by instruction it will execute. Then our processor has some memory, and that memory is nothing but our data registers. So data registers are located in processor only. So interpreter will take values from the data register and it will get implemented. Interpreter is implementing some basic operations or primitive operations. So these are the primitive operations. Primitive operations like addition, subtraction, like, and finally we will get the output. Our computers have these six major components that is going to affect on our programming languages. In other words, computers should provide these six things so that programming languages can work properly. So these are data, primitive operations, sequence control, data access, storage management, and operating environment. Now we will see this in detail. Computer should provide some basic data items and data structure. For example, computer should provide integers. Computer should provide floating point values that we call reals. That is also called as single precision real numbers. Computer should provide fixed length character strings. Computer should provide fixed length bit strings. As computer is providing all those things, and that's why we can implement them, we can use them in our programming languages. Along with that, computer should provide some primitive operation. For example, computer should support some arithmetic operation. For example, addition. Addition of what? Addition of real numbers or integer numbers. Computer should provide subtraction, multiplication, and division. So, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, these basic arithmetic operation that computer should support. Then, computer should support some testing operation. For example, computer should support to test whether that number is zero or not, or whether that number is positive or negative. Computer should support some basic operations for accessing and modifying various parts of data item. So for operand to access the value from the memory or data registers, and to store that value, to modify that, and to store that value in the memory or register. Computer should support basic operations for controlling input output devices and also to manage sequence control. For example, this unconditional and return jumps. Now here we will see how it works. So next instruction is fetched and that address is saved here in program address register. So whatever the address of an instruction is saved in program address register, that instruction is fetched. Then instruction is decoded. That means it find out what is the operation and what are the operands in that instruction. Then these primitive operations are executed over these operands. So if it is jump operation, so sequence is getting changed. Otherwise, one by one these instructions are executed. Then data access. So computer should provide mechanism to access data that is required for the execution of instruction primitive operation. So data is fetched from the main memory or registers. In main memory, we have integer addresses, and from that, by using the integer addresses, we are fetching data from the main memory. Computer must provide mechanism to control the allocation of storage for the programs and data. We have three types of memories. One that is located in a processor, then main memory, and third is our external storage or secondary storage. Data access rate for all these three memory is different. Whenever we are accessing any data from the processor registers, it takes some nanoseconds. While when we access data from the main memory, it takes some microseconds. And whenever we are accessing from the external storage, it takes some milliseconds. So data access rate from these three different kinds of memory is different. And because of that, we need to balance these speeds. So for example, to balance the speed between the central processor and the secondary storage or external storage, multiprogramming is done. While to balance the speed between central processor and data access rate between the from the main memory, cache memory is required. Computer must provide mechanism to have communication with the external environment. External environment means our secondary storage and input output devices so that we can access programs and data that is saved in external storage and also to do input output with input output devices. In this way, computer should provide these six components so that it will become easier for a programming language to implement. So this is the structure of typical language implementation. So program is written in parts. So this is one part, another part. So all the parts get translated or compiled. Then linker connects them. After that, it is given to the processor for implementation. So who is doing that? Loader. Loader takes that compile code and saves into the main memory, and processor takes that code from the main memory. That code from the main memory is get implemented by virtual computer. That virtual computer, that we are calling it interpreter, as it is implementing one by one, instruction by instruction. This interpreter can be implemented by a firmware. Firmware means microcode, that is a basic machine instruction. It can be implemented by hardware or any software. Then this interpreter is implementing these primitive operations one by one. So after implementation, we will have output or some error messages. So in this way, computer architecture is going to affect on the design of programming languages. So friends, I hope you like this video. If yes, then click on like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press bell icon so that you will get notification of my next video. So stay connected. Thank you.